So still on extinguishment of obligations, let us discuss confusion or merger of rights. So there is confusion or merger, which are synonymous terms, when the qualities of the debtor and the creditor with respect to the same obligation, okay, will meet in one person. Ibig sabihin, class, yung person na yon naging debtor and creditor of himself. That is why tinatawag sa confusion. Na-confuse na yung tao na yun. Or nag-merge sa kanyang person ang pagiging creditor and debtor. Example, D is liable to C for 10,000 and then D executed a negotiable promissory note. Then yung promissory note, i-endorse ni D to X. Then yung promissory note, gigamit ni X to buy goods from D. So nabalik na kay D ang promissory note niya. Okay? So umpisa class, si D ang gumawa ng promissory note. Then later on, bumalik sa kanya yung promissory note. Parang nagkaroon siya ng promissory note sa sarili niya. Nag-merge na ang pagiging creditor and debtor of that promissory note is merged in the person of D, in which case the obligation is extinguished. Why? Because the creditor is the same person as the debtor. Okay? Pwede ba yun na may utang ka sa sarili mo? So, sabi ng law, that is an instance wherein the obligation will be extinguished. So D is now the creditor and the debtor of the promissory note, hence the obligation will be extinguished. What is the reason behind? The debtor becomes his own creditor. The enforcement of the obligation becomes absurd since a person cannot claim payment from himself. That is obvious, self-explanatory. What are the requisites of confusion or merger? It must take place between the principal debtor and creditor. Okay, dapat creditor and debtor. Not guarantor, not mortgagor. Okay? It must be complete. Merger takes place in the person of the principal debtor and creditor. Will also benefit the guarantor. Okay? Dahil nag-extinguish na yung obligation, of course, yung guarantor, extinguish na rin yung pagiging guarantor niya. Confusion which takes place in the person of any of the latter does not extinguish the obligation. Halimbawa, yung promissory note na punta doon kay guarantor, walang extinguishment of obligation yan. Because what is required is dapat ang confusion or merger dito sa debtor and sa creditor, not sa other persons like a guarantor. Example, D owes C 10,000. X is the guarantor. D issued a promissory note. C then endorsed the promissory note to X, the guarantor. So in this case, wala confusion or merger of rights class. The merger here is in the guarantor. The accessory contract of guarantee is extinguished kasi si X di naman siya pwede maging guarantor ng sarili niya. Okay, si X plus guarantor ha, pero si D ang may utang. And then ang promissory note na punta kay X, yung pagka-guarantor niya na-extinguish na yun because he cannot be the guarantor for himself. But the principal obligation subsists, so si X pwede niya kolektahin yung pera from D. Okay? Under the principle of accession sedit principale, only the accessory contract was extinguished. The principal obligation is not also extinguished. It subsists. So X cannot still claim from D. How about in joint obligation class? Okay, sa kinds of obligation natin joint is pro rata. So the confusion will only extinguish the share corresponding to the creditor and debtor in whom the merger concur. So yung share lang ng creditor, ng debtor na nakatanggap ng confusion or merger. yung share niya lang ang magiging ma-extinguish. However, in solidary obligation, okay, dahil whole, entire obligation ang pinag-uusapan dito, then the confusion in the person of one of the solidary debtors will extinguish the entire obligation because it is also a merger of the other solidary debtors. In this case, class, kung sino yung nagbayad ng entire obligation, can of course claim reimbursement from its co-debtors for their respective shares.